Hello, Sister Scorpios. This is for the married Scorpios who are doing their version of Spyin and Cryin. Some of you know that he's cheating. Some of you suspect that he's cheating. And Laurel says that there are a few of you who aren't looking, but he is. Not all married Scorpios, just the ones with the cheaters. I asked for an oracle card at Laurel's prompting. And what came up is the devil. And this one is particularly painful because this woman is burning in the flames. This is about fear. This is about gluttony. This is about someone with a very large sexual appetite and taking more than his share. And he's got a very arrogant look on his face. I really want to slap this guy. And she is surrounded by a serpent, and she feels there is no way out of this hell. There is. There's always a way out. I know, I was married to 2 cheaters. I have very bad taste in men when it comes from me. But the old ones used to say that your gifts are not for your own, meaning yourself or your family, because when one reads, one needs to. I used to tell my students, you have to not give a rat's ass about the outcome. You have to have no emotional tags on it. And then you can deliver the information clearly and be a clear channel for what's coming through. So my gifts don't work for me. They work for everybody else, which is why I go see other readers like Sophia. She's good. Oh, and Water Babies. She's amazing. All right, moving on to your problem. Your problem is an arrogant emperor of a husband. He's controlling, he's dominating, he has a large sexual appetite. He's showing up as the King of Cups. But I'm not sure that's him in every case. Because right after the King of Cups comes the Tower, the 3 of Swords, generally divorce and heartbreak, followed by the 5 of Swords, never good. And then quickly there's the 2 of Cups. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Over here for you, we have the 4 of Swords, isolating yourself, retreating, not seeking the help that you need, not speaking to family or friends or other women or a counselor, someone who could help you see your way out of this hell. And then right on cue, the next card down is the devil. So it's here twice. That's where you are, and that's what you have to get out of. It's not really a guy that's going to show up at your door with a great set of horns and some funky feet. You'd be lucky if that's all that happened. This is much worse. This is heartache. This is your heart being torn out. This is emotional and psychological torture, because this is the 9 of Swords. It haunts your days. It haunts your nights. And you need to get out of it. To do that, you have the 2 of Pentacles. You need to make a choice, and you need to make an intellectual choice, because it's about your safety and your future. And yes, you're worried about money, and can you balance the money? You can do that. Women multitask so much easier than men do. And this will be a devastating transformation for you. It's never an easy one. We are not to death, as many people say, but death falls under our sign. So we rise from the ashes like nobody else does. We are pros at it because it falls under the sign of Scorpio. And it happens way quicker than you think it does. Between us, between you and him, I'm out of this one. There is the 8 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Priestess telling you, trust your intuition. You always know. You don't want to look, but you always know. Once you own that, they're a pair of threes, the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Negotiations, sharing with other women, and a celebration. Let's get a little bit of clarifying information. I want to look at this King of Cups over here on his side of the board, because for some of you, he is a King of Cups. He's a water sign, or he has a lot of water in his chart. And for some of you, he's someone who has the data and may give it to you. Ooh. Okay. He's an official person. Someone of standing, possibly a boss, possibly. Oh, Laurel. Laurel says one of these assholes gets caught. I'm not sure if it's a speeding ticket or a DUI, but he's not with his wife. And the cop that pulls him over knows who his wife is. Yeah, this is not going to go well for him. Because right after that comes the Tower and poverty for him. Because you're going to toss his ass out. That's what you really need to do. Toss him out. And at first, he's not going to be really upset because he thinks he's got another woman waiting in line. A lady of privilege. For some of you, the gumad has money. That would be the girlfriend. Now, for the others who that is him and not someone who sees him or knows him, for some of you, that King of Cups, again, knows both of you. And it's not a cop. He doesn't pull him over, but sees him out with the woman. And it goes against his own personal moral compass to not cheat on your wife. Or your mate, or your girlfriend. That man is going to tell you, because what he brings is the sarcophagus and Anubis. Anubis is the Egyptian god who weighs the heart of each person against a feather, and the heart has to weigh less than the feather. And evidently, this King of Cups has weighed your husband's heart and found it lacking. And what comes next are the cards. Are the clouds. What, Laurel? Oh, change the cards. Sorry. Sometimes she talks when I'm talking and I don't hear her. Then she gets rude because, yeah, she likes to get rude. Pay your fucking attention. This man is a friend. And he will befriend you. You'll get him in the divorce, okay? For some of you, he knows and he wants to tell you. He wants you to be informed. This devil is really irritating me. But he doesn't know how to broach the subject. He's not sure if you have an inclination. He's not sure if you have an idea of what your husband is doing. He's not sure. He doesn't want to be the one to devastate you. But he knows, and he is troubled by the fact that he knows and he wants you to know. So he's afraid he's going to bring this. Cut your life to ribbons. It really doesn't matter. It's got to be done. Unless you want to live in stupidity and just keep looking the other way. Yeah, that doesn't work. It will devastate you, but you will rise. You have the clover and the rainbow. I'm listening to her. What do you got for him, Laurel? She said there's 100 different scenarios. She said there are too many scenarios to give too many particulars. Know that when that man delivers the information to you, it cuts like a knife. But what you get in the end is peace and happiness. And quite frankly, babe, you're rolling in clover. Not so sure about that son of a bitch husband of yours. Mate. Oh, it's a crossroads, and you have to cross it. Okay, stop. Because he's a snake. Okay. Some husband has a blue box, maybe the size of an oversized shoebox, tucked away in his closet, and he stupidly has mementos there. He has several conquests under his belt. There's evidence there for you. Ellen, check the bank statements. I'm not Laurel. Paul is a douchebag, and he's got 4 or 5 women. And he spends money on prostitutes, too. Which is, okay if a single man does it, but not if he's spending the family money on that. At least that's my opinion. He thinks he's going to put roots down with this new woman. He already has a ring. And he thinks his whole world is going to turn around and be amazing, this guy does. He drives a black car, not an SUV. Something like a town car. It's black or it's real dark blue. Under the seat, under the passenger seat, there is something of hers that dropped. Oh God, I hope it's not that. Laurel said some douche left her underwear in the car. I don't know if it's that car or a different car. The bottom line is, ladies, you have to make a decision. Do you want to live with this infidelity? Or are you just done? If you're done and you just can't figure out how to escape, how will I survive? Look to other women who have done it, and they will tell you how to do it. Ask Paul Simon. There's a lot of ways to leave your lover. If you are afraid of him, there are many organizations for women where you can get protection. I haven't seen any violence yet. That doesn't mean it isn't here. Oh, with the devil here, I guess we really should investigate that. Let's see why you are so deathly afraid. Oh, Christ's eyes, there's so many names coming through my head. I don't understand cheating. I just don't understand it. In the olden days, they could say, passion just overtook us, and, I'm sorry. But they don't have that excuse now. If you're done, if you need that person standing in front of you, or the one you're going to meet tonight, or the one you're going to take away on holiday, Pick up the fucking phone and say, I'm done. We're done. It's over. Fuck off works. Just disengage and give your partner the heads up. I do not understand cheating. But then I am a lot of Scorpio. And when my Scorpio Venus is done or is in, it's always 100%. And it's backed up by Scorpio Saturn. And it's reinforced by my Scorpio Mercury because my mouth is really Scorpio. And then my sun is there and my ascendant. Let's see what that devil has to say. All right, that's what Laurel has to say about the devil. Expectation. And now the court. Some of you are expecting to lose in court. Some of you are in bad health and feel that you need him to support you. That's not true. Some of you are afraid that he will steal everything because he handles all of the finances. Plan your work, ladies, and work your plan. Plan your work and work your plan. This is the card of great fortune. Sometimes it means a lot of cash or stuff, but sometimes it's the peace of mind, the self-respect that returns, and the sadness does go. And there is a place that you will find that is calm and quiet. And there's a burden that you will release when you have a man that's cheating and you know he's cheating and you're afraid to get out of it, and then you do. There's a weight off of you. Yeah, shit's hard. Life is hard. And there are things that are going to be difficult to get in order and get in line. I'm not going to lie to you about that one. But the peace of mind, knowing that you have your self-respect again, is profoundly rewarding. You have the strength. It is inner strength. The strength. Oh, and the magician. You have all the tools. She tames this lion with gentleness. True strength is in gentleness. She doesn't need a gun. She doesn't have to tie him up. It is her inner strength, her inner feminine strength that tames the beast. If you know, if you own that knowingness and you need the evidence, start looking for it. Don't confront before you have the evidence to back it up. For those of you who can afford it, hire a private eye. Laurel was a private eye. She says, for those of you who do, she'll try to step in and point him in the right direction. Go through everything. Look through everything. Get your stuff together. Make yourself aware of the finances if you're not. Take a good hard look at what would you give up? What would you sacrifice for peace of mind and self-respect again? Let me tell you, it's priceless once you have it. It's abso-fucking-lutely priceless, darling. And you can do this. You can do this. And if you suspect for a moment that he will become violent, get yourself a restraining order. It doesn't take long. The wealthy man with the broad on the side for some of you, there's a very wealthy husband who has a woman with a child from him. And you can find letters from her, letters or receipts. I think for some of you, she's actually written him, and he has arrogantly kept them. So, look, there are a few who keep the information in an office drawer. There's a file cabinet. One of them is locked. That's what hairpins are for. Or, a screwdriver does just as well punch the lock out. What's he going to do? Divorce you? She's a gold digger. She's not. She's a gold digger. She wants him because he's got money and position. And the irony is that she's going to cheat on him down the road. Because she's not really after him for him. It's position, it's power, it's money. There are people around you in your community who will rally and who will help you deal with him. One of them is somehow involved in local politics, like city council, something like that. It's nothing really big, really dramatic, but it's just one of those things that he puffs himself up over. There is a new pathway open to you. All you have to do is reach out and take the doorknob and open the door. You can achieve happiness. You can achieve joy. You can achieve peace of mind. Your future can be anchored and solid. There's always something you know how to do. You have the anchor and the heart for your future. What else you got? What else you want? I would make these changes in the next. Start them in the next. Really start looking in the next 8 days. Because he's going to get sloppy. Some of them are going to get sloppy. And at least one that I'm seeing is telling you he has to work over 4th of July weekend. And he's really taking the broad someplace. By the water. I see a boat. A lake house, maybe. It might be an inlet from the ocean, but well, I guess that's two different ones. One's going to the lake house, one's going to the like estuaries around it. One has a boat, and one has invited a buddy of his who has a bigger boat. And he's bringing a girl too, but he's not married. He's already divorced. He also thinks you're pretty cute. He might be a good one to question. His name begins with D. I'm not sure if it's Douglas or David or Dwayne or probably not. I don't feel the Dwayne, but it might be Douglas or Dougie. He'd turn on him because he's got the hots for you. He has always thought you were amazingly beautiful and sexy and a great wife and a good mother. Okay. And he could be your witness because he's there on the weekend. He took her away. 8 weeks, you'll reach another milestone. And 8 months, you'll come out of I'm seeing a cloud of dust, like a dust storm. And I see you emerging. And your shoulders are back, and you got the Amazon strut going on. And some of you have children with you, and they're fine. Children are resilient. What damages them is not having the data. So don't give them the filth, but say, your father's dishonored me and I'm done. And that's enough. And walk on. Walk on. Confident. These women's faces are all confident. You know what? Go and watch that little mix video called Power. Really need to, and you know what? Put it on your phone. So every time you start to sink down and think you don't have power or you're out power or you can't do this, listen to that video. And they got another one called Shout Out to My Ex. That's a good one too. Shout out to my ex. Yeah. He made me who I am. Oh, I have shivers all over me. Okay, ladies. You can get beyond this. The devil is not actually real. It's the devil inside your head. There you are. Oh, look at that. A new ring. For some of you, there is a ring. And that ring is many things that the word ring can mean. Use this magnifying glass. Some asshole left it on the credit card statement. This is the Book of Secrets, and underneath it you have the sun. And you have the wishing well. Woof. And then there's the broom and the whip for him. Ladies, you can do this. Trust me, you can do it. I'm positive. And I want you to be joyful, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to regain your sense of pride and self-confidence. And everything he has done is not because you didn't do your job. It's not because you weren't a good wife. It's not because you weren't a good mother. It's not because you weren't beautiful enough. Those are all excuses he may give you, but the reality is he's a douche. You can't be satisfied. There's something broken in him that he cannot commit and honor his commitments. His moral compass is gone askew. It's not because of you. My first ex one told me, sometimes you just need a little strange. Yeah. He's dead. I didn't kill him, but he's dead. And I'm not sorry. Okay, ladies, go forth and find the evidence you need to start the new life you want.